I, Meghan, take you, Harry.
I, Meghan, take you, Harry, to be my husband, to have and to hold, for richer, for poorer, till death us do part. I make this vow.
Oh, I forgot. You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Harry and Meghan are grifters, two peas in the pods whose plans have all fallen apart. And now the Meghans are splitting up. Prince Hairplugs is leaning to Africa while Walmart Wallace is looking to Italy, both trying to salvage make-believe careers. But it's too late. They've hurt too many people in the family, from Queen Elizabeth, Prince Philip, all the way to King Charles. And to top it all off, Markle, Meghan, Netflix, Harry's role with the crown is on the chopping block, and a big surprise is coming from Princess Catherine. Meantime, Hollywood press is already writing their professional obituaries. My grandmother once told me, George, the thief and the liar only celebrate the first year. Welcome, everybody. I hope all of you had a brilliant week, my friends. So great to see you. Meghan and Harry have been smoked out of the shadows. They've been exposed for everyone to see. And it's not a pretty picture. Harry just ditched the Union Jack so he could play the red, white, and blue Yankee Doodle Dandy. But don't believe the spin. Prince Harry, happy 4th, celebrates Revolutionary War in Montecito. Now, in my opinion, this 4th of July outing is just the beginning of a brand new campaign. The Meghans are trying to rebrand their image as this average, ordinary, everyday American couple that's as humble as apple pie. But are you seeing them give up their titles to play this role? Not for a second. This is all for show. Harry has even backpedaled away from his brand as a failed British prince, and he's hitched his wagon to the Stars and Stripes so he can cash in on a little bit of Americana.
He has no intention of ever coming back here. I think he's now trying to personify the sort of American dream and sort of cut it as kind of humble guy as opposed to this, Brit.
What an idiot.
Underneath all of the Meghans' window dressing of California chicken coops and staged photo hikes and the bad publicity stunts of near-catastrophic car crashes that never happened, underneath all of that is pain. The pain that they have caused to other people. And TMZ missed a fine detail in their latest reporting. It's Prince Harry's Independence Day. Duke takes 2-year-old daughter Lilibet to a July 4th parade near the Montecito home, hours before the King's Scottish coronation. Just a little fact that TMZ forgot. But you gotta forgive them, they're just modern journalists today.
What's that supposed to mean?
But all the torment that the mouth and the menace cause usually goes unnoticed, but it is always vicious. So you kind of wonder, how did a son hurt his father and then snub the king simply by going to a parade? Just take a look at the bottom of the pictures. That's right. It says backgrid. That's the paparazzi. They were invited. This was all planned. Harry wanted to memory hole his father's moment to ensure that the media's headlines only screamed Meghan, that they wouldn't have any full coverage for what Buckingham Palace would not call the coronation, but a service of dedication and thanksgiving in Scotland. And to add insult to injury, the Meghans wouldn't stop talking about how the 4th was a special day to them. They did that so they could completely dominate the news cycle.
Oh shit, I held it up to my mate. It's her. Who? Her. She wasn't just calling, she was FaceTiming. She didn't want me to think she hadn't enjoyed meeting me. I asked when I could see her again. Tuesday? I leave Tuesday. Oh, tomorrow? Pause. Okay, 4th of July.
So the Montecito manipulator snubbed king and country only so they could celebrate the memory of their second date. Okay, well then, since Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been Never Was refused to honor the United Kingdom and all her people, they need to lose their titles now, especially after they've been frog-marched out of Frogmore and they no longer have a UK residence.
And the British will kick them out.
You know, Harry's going to learn pretty soon that his role as a royal is on shaky ground. The most important aspect as far as Harry is concerned is that it means he can no longer act as a counselor of state. That's hugely important because in theory, he had the right in the event of the king being incapacitated to do this. Although he is no longer a working royal, he still had this right. And by not having a UK residence, he has now thrown this opportunity away. Harry's future is on thin ice. Once losing being a counselor of state will impact his life in ways he cannot even calculate. Let's say he ever wants to return to his birth country, even after all the bridges he's burned. He's going to have to hoof it from hotel room to hotel room or crash with friends. That is, of course, if he has any more.
There are a lot of people who are genuinely disgusted by what he's done since leaving the royal family. They feel very hurt by some of the revelations that he's made. So there are people who said we've been very loyal to him over the years and we don't feel that loyalty has been repaid.
I don't think anyone's too surprised how Halfwit treated all the people he once called best mates, especially after he married a camera hog who demands attention 24/7.
This is just the most cringeworthy thing I've seen all week. Meghan Markle, really awkward encounter after she tried to join her husband and his polo teammates on stage after a match last week. Now, even Harry was, not paying her much attention.
You better believe it. Duchess Deranged will not allow anyone or anything to get in the way between her and what she considers a shot at fame.
A tremendous labor of love.
Gotcha, bitch!
Let's take the guesswork out of it. So, holding for sound.
We're good, yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Quiet on set.
Wow, she's annoying.
Before we go on, if you enjoy the channel, please do me the favor, watch the video from beginning till end, because the longer you watch it, the more it helps YouTube rank it and share the video with everyone. Thank you. Your support means everything. What are the new plans for the Venom and the Viper to resuscitate their brands? Well, let me tell you this. Walmart Wallace's advisors have told her that she can have this full and flourishing career, either representing corporations, maybe even a little acting, maybe selling some crockery, but she has to go at it all alone. Distraught Meghan tells Harry, we have to take separate paths. I don't think this is going to have the outcome that the Meghans believe it will. From my perspective, anytime the going gets tough between the California killjoys, the selfish head for the escape hatch, pull the ripcord, and part ways. The insider says Meghan is distraught over this Spotify snub and the fallout that has followed. It's totally knocked her sideways. She can't believe she's been attacked so viciously and so publicly by one of their execs. And to be labeled grifters is an utterly humiliating and gut-wrenching all-time low. Her team have warned her that there's no future with Harry and that she needs to start working on her individual projects rather than being seen as one half of Brand Sussex. And here I thought they were two dedicated lovebirds who had taken vows to honor and hold for better or worse, for richer or poor.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
It's a golden unicycle.
I don't want that. That present is a fail.
But who are we kidding? That takes strength and character to honor an oath. Fortunately, no matter what the Meghans decide, they're not going to have to deal with it for too much longer because they're going to be worlds apart. Meghan Markle is being courted to make a cameo at Italy's leading music festival, local newspapers have claimed. The Duchess of Sussex could join the list of super guests expected to line up at the San Remo Music Festival stage next year. Family members should really take a look and make sure that the festival director didn't fall on his head and crack it open like an egg, because typically you hire A, real celebrities, and B, ones without a toxic brand. Just let's take a look at how highly Netflix thinks of Duchess Deranged. Right now, the streamer is re-airing the series she was on, Suits. But when you take a look at the show's main page, her name is nowhere to be seen. You have to click on the tiny little More button, and voila, there's Meghan and a whole list of cast members. And this is a person who has a $100+ million contract with the streaming studio. That tells you how they think of her. No big revelation there. Netflix is upset with Walmart Wallace. Harry and Meghan ruffled feathers at Netflix as Duchess thinks she can run Hollywood. That headline pretty much tells you all you need to know. Harry was pretty easy to handle, probably because of the fact that he was having mushroom flashbacks in the kitchen while trying to talk to the trash can. On the flip side, you had the D-list wannabe who behaved like a dictator, bossing everyone around, thinking she was a studio chief.
Take your places, everyone. It's showtime.
Thank God, Harry, he doesn't have to deal with it that much longer. Harry, meanwhile, is said to be gravitating back to charity and campaigning work, planning to return to Africa to film a documentary following in the footsteps of his mother, a venture that will see him traveling to the continent alone. Their ambition to become a global humanitarian power couple seems, for the moment at least, to be on ice. I take that as code for he's looking for greener pastures, and he better borrow a private jet quickly. But before he takes off, he needs to make sure that he's gotten Meghan one of those free coaching therapy sessions from that company Better Up that he sold his title to so they could slap on their brand.
We all have greatness within us. Mental fitness helps us unlock it. It's an ongoing practice, one where you approach your mind as something to flex, not fix.
If Meghan has any friends left at all in this life, they need to start advising her right now to do deep breathing exercises. Because let me tell you, Woko Mono is about to get the biggest shocker of her life. Kate Middleton in talks with Spotify after Meghan and Harry's deal axed. A true royal, Princess Catherine is going to take the Montecito manipulator to school without even breaking a sweat or ever having to stoop to mudslinging smears. She is an authentic lady, absolutely discreet. You know, we only learned recently from a new book called Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Throne by Valentine Lowe, that it was Princess Catherine's battle-ready spirit and steely spine to protect king and country that she supported one of the greatest comeback sentences ever. Kate Middleton pushed for recollections may vary line in Palace's response to Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview. She wanted the statement toughened up, says a new book. Posers just can't compete against the regal reality of genuinely noble and good human beings. That's what I like to see. Truth and honor claiming the field. And if you want to win in life, all you got to do is remember that we never bow down, we never bend the knee. Always forward.